What are we doing here, hon?
We are doing an October veg tour. We missed September somehow. We had things going on. But yeah, so we're gonna just run through the garden here. Our Canadian Thanksgiving is coming up next weekend. It's a little bit earlier than the American. Not sure about the UK Thanksgiving. But yeah, so we're gonna show some stuff that's going on and things that we're gonna actually harvest for our Thanksgiving dinner next week.
Flex.
Okay, we're just in the new beds here, and looks like we have just a bunch of stuff finishing up, except for the sunflowers. They just keep ticking over. We do have a nice couple of bell peppers still trying to ripen, and then we have some jalapeno over here, and then a Cheyenne over here. I did try a pea experiment, which the birds enjoyed very much. So they came by and feasted on them. So you can see over here though, these ones fared much better. So I know it's a bit late, but we'll get them into the garden and just see what they do. Light is becoming an issue now. So, but yeah, at worst we'll eat them for peas for greens. So.
And these pumpkins that you see here are the carving pumpkins. We've got 4 nice little carving pumpkins. Yay.
Okay, this is our little salad beet bed. You can see this is a tomato plant that we grew from a sucker early on. It's giving us lots of tomatoes. Obviously it's staked challenged, but we're still getting lots of tomatoes off of it. And then this is the La La Rosa that we got from you guys in the UK. It's really nice little lettuce here. And this here, these are beets. And what I did was I direct sowed these ones here, and then I sowed these in trays, and you can kind of see the difference in the growth. Early days, but we'll see how they perform.
And you planted them all, you started them all on the same day?
Yes. Yeah, they all got started on the same day. These are Cylindra beets. So we'll see how it goes.
And the Hilda lettuce is mostly bolted.
Yeah, it's pretty much done. But yeah, that was a fun little experiment too. So and then we have some more brassicas coming up. Any idea? These are apparently purple sprouting. So
oh, that's exciting.
We'll see how that goes too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome. Okay. This is our hugelkultur bed here, where we just threw a bunch of sticks and stuff in there. It is also home to our 4-legged friends, it appears. Awesome success in this bed. We had green onions last night, we had tomatoes, and someone else got to enjoy some tomato as well. And that's okay. That's okay. These are flag drying beans. They're super cool. We broke open a pod last night, and they're absolutely beautiful, the beans. So these are drying beans, so we're gonna harvest them here in, I don't know, next few weeks, and then have them for over winter in soups and stuff. So super excited about that. And unfortunately, our cabbage,
we didn't get a chance to harvest it before we left.
it blew a little.
And it blew.
So I think it's toast. I don't know. We're obviously going to go peel some layers back just to kind of see how it goes.
Toast.
So.
Before we leave, the beets that are growing here, I picked 3 the other day, and we have a few hopefully for Thanksgiving, and maybe some of these tomatoes for Thanksgiving. I bet that the basil will be gone by then, but you never know.
Okay, it's just some random stuff in pots, but check out these jalapenos. The jalapenos are nice size. So we're gonna do some jalapeno poppers or stuffers. I don't know what the technical name is.
I've never eaten them, so I don't know.
The Cheyenne peppers, super good. We had them last night for dinner in a delicious stir fry.
Yes.
Really sweet, not much heat to them. They were really good. So And then we have more beans growing here for drying too. So we're gonna have a bunch of beans this year and seed for next year, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Any other? Oh, there is another vegetable in this bed. Now the zucchini, I've taken all the zucchini plants out except this one. It does have a couple flowers on it. This is the healthiest zucchini plant still. And the white pattern on there is not the dusty stuff. What's that called?
Powdery mildew.
Powdery mildew. It's just the pattern on the leaf. That's what it looks like. So they're fine. But over here, hello Snowy, is the rutabaga. We're going to cook this for Thanksgiving dinner and make it sweet in place of sweet potatoes.
Okay. So probably my favorite bed in the garden. It's our wildflower bed. Still ticking over. The bees love the asters. Are these asters?
I think so.
Yes, asters.
I don't know why we have asters that are 5 feet tall.
Sunflower's doing good, and we plan just to leave this up as long as it'll stand up, just to give them, you know, some place to hang out when the weather starts getting cold. So, and to drop all the seed for next year. So. Oh, okay. All right, so we're standing in what used to be our garlic bed, and we sowed in here, not sowed, we transplanted in here 2 different kinds of Brussels sprouts. It's a lot of Brussels sprouts, but what the heck, why not fill the space? And you can see we are starting to get some tiny little Brussels coming. So we're super stoked about that. One other cool thing is that the cucamelons have come and are vining up our one and only ginormous sunflower. Don't know where this one came from, but it's pretty cool.
I feel like I wouldn't have planted this on purpose.
All right, just in the arch trellis, we have our winter squashes, a couple cucumbers still coming,
Thanksgiving.
which is great. And then we have our runner beans that we're just letting dry, and we'll harvest seeds for next year. We have 3 different kinds there. And then we planted in yet more drying beans on this trellis here that are doing great, and we will be harvesting them when they're ready. But I do gotta say, Andrea, your comfrey is absolutely legendary. We planted one over on the other side, and it's what we expected it to be, about this big, but this looks like it's a few years old. So
It's as tall as me.
I don't know what's in the soil here, but obviously the plants love it, and Snowy approves too. I mean, these cosmos are above my head, so, and the dahlias are head height, so pretty awesome. Okay, we are standing at our leek flower archway. It's awesome, awesome. Something to eat our chard. Totally fine, totally fine. But as you can see on this Brussels sprout here, the ones that are all blowing at the bottom, there's lots of good ones coming. So we actually might get some Brussels off this thing. What would that be, 2-year-old Brussels sprouts? So
I'd like to save the seed, but it doesn't go to seed.
Never. Maybe next year. We'll just let it go.
This is also as tall as me.
Okay, so another kind of interesting thing is this is a leek that we just let go. So, and that's something I'm learning, that, yeah, I like to harvest, but I really like kind of the weird and interesting stuff that comes with it. So I've seen a lot of people that just kind of, oh, it's bolted, get it out of there. I'm so glad that we didn't do that. We let them go, because these flowers are just like, they're absolutely my favorite. This thing has been here for what, 3-4 months? And you can see they hold up forever. I've actually got one in the compost pile. But the interesting thing is it looks like it's sending off new leek shoots. So we will definitely leave that and see what happens. So, oh, and our What is that called?
It's a mashed potato squash.
Mashed potato squash is coming, the little white thing right there. So we're excited about that. We had corn last night for dinner.
This is our Illinois sweet corn from Uncle Harry.
Thanks, Uncle Harry.
And it's giant. It's kind of cool looking now.
Okay, moving right along. These are carrots that we successfully sowed after we took out our first potato harvest. So we just put it in some seeds in here and see what we got. Nice little guys. We had these for dinner last night. They were delicious. Just gonna put them there. We're gonna start harvesting a bunch more parsnips to make some parsnip chips out of soon, and then I think we got some big ones in there. The king carrot box, one giant carrot left. I'm trying to run an experiment on that. I'm actually watering that because I want to see if the water will make it split. And we've also successfully sown a bunch more chitted autumn king carrots. So we've got more carrots coming. So pretty stoked about that.
These are our eating pumpkins. We will be taking part in the Pumpkin Palooza 2022. So that's an exciting video coming up. And what else we got here?
We got some cool bush beans. Saving these for seed for next year. And then Deb's pepper plant. We were pretty nervous earlier, but it definitely looks like these things are going to ripen up and we will be able to save some seeds off them and make some delicious hot sauces with them. So excited about that. Zinnias, epic. Peppers are all kind of winding down. But yeah, we got some really nice, I don't even know what these are.
Those are fish peppers.
Are these fish peppers? Oh, right, because the variegation. So yeah, some nice ripe fish peppers that we'll have to harvest. More fish peppers, more awesome zinnias. Colleen basically ripped out all the summer squashes yesterday, and that went into our compost heap. It's good.
And what's behind you?
Behind me. Second succession of kale, and we've sown mow kale underneath. And I think the plan here is to potentially plant the shelling peas just in this section here, and then create like a little structure and have them grow up. See how far they get. So yeah. Okay, and we just wanted to shoot this one really quick too. This is Emerald Tower basil. We got this recommendation from William Coleman over in Vancouver. His was like ridiculous. He put them in baskets and they were just like humongous. This one didn't grow as big or vigorous, but it hasn't bolted yet. All the other basil bolted probably what, at least a month ago. And we're still using it. We're just taking off the flowers and then using the leaves. But this is something that you might, if you're in this zone, you might want to consider, because it hasn't bolted at all. It's been super hot. This gets tons of sun all day long, and it's delicious. So yeah, interesting. Okay, garlic's cured. We just went and processed it today, and we are keeping the bigger heads, about 20 of them, because there's about 5 or 6 per, so that'll give us about 100 to replant, and then we'll be using these smaller ones for cooking. So awesome garlic harvest this year. Yeah, some really awesome heads, so really happy with that. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, it's too early. Stay awesome.